Hi, this is Matthew Marambil from GCF Batangas. Welcome to the Advent series of Devo on video. Allow me to first read to you Genesis chapter 21, verses 1 to 6. The Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did to Sarah as he had promised. And Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age at the time of which God had spoken to him. Abram called the name of his son who was born to him, whom Sarah bore him, Isaac. And Abram circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as God had commanded him. Abram was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. And Sarah said, God has made laughter for me. Everyone who hears will laugh over me. For today's devotion, gusto ko pong mag-focus tayo sa dalawang main points. And the first point is that God keeps His promises. In verse 1, it is said that the Lord visited Sarah and did to her what He had promised. Sarah bore Abraham a son, whom he later on named Isaac. Now before this happened, both Abraham and Sarah had to wait for 25 years for God's promise. But it is important to remember that God didn't fulfill His promise because Abraham was obedient. No, it was because God was faithful and that He keeps His promises. The second or last point is that God brings joy. Isaac was a promise fulfilled by God that brought laughter and happiness to Sarah. Despite having to wait for 25 years, Sarah was still overwhelmed with joy after God had kept His promise. It's like waiting for something that you've been praying for a long time. Maybe a toy, a smartphone, a job, a house, or a car. And usually it doesn't come just like that, right? Oftentimes, God makes us wait. Sometimes nakaka-frustrate maghintay because we don't know if God is still going to grant us our prayers or not. But if we continue to pray about what we yearn for, God will eventually answer and you'll realize that it was all worth the wait. So, never lose faith in Him, trust His promises, and He will bring you happiness. May God bless you and see you on our next Devo on video.